Hi guys, how are you doing? Watched any interesting show lately? I have one for you that you can watch. It's Helluva Boss. I bet you can recognize this style if you are familiar with Has-Been Hotel fandom. We are not talking about Has-Been Hotel here, cause it never was fully released, so yeah. But it is a totally different thing about Helluva Boss. It is a great show for an adult audience. So if you are mature enough to watch it, go and do it. It has great puns, style and original bright characters. I watched it the other day and I loved it. When I received this order, I was excited. So if you don't know yet, it is one of the secondary characters of the show, VEROSIKA Mayday. She's sophisticated, sassy and glamorous chick with a stunning and screaming appearance. I like how they created her. So my customer contacted me and asked me to make her into a doll. And yeah, definitely I agreed. And that's what I'm gonna do in this video. So sit tight and we are diving in. For VEROSIKA I picked glossy materials such as PU fabric, which will accentuate the cartoonish style of this character. Her colors are bold, bright and straightforward. Her whole look will be based on the original design. It will be simple yet very well planned by the character designer. I will just try to translate it into a doll. You already saw how I made a few minor details of her look, so you can already tell that it was quite fast. And yes, I got plenty of positive emotions while I was creating her. In the show, VEROSIKA is having quite a curvy figure. Modifications to her body and patterns of her outfit I made in advance. The color scheme is minimalistic, it is black and white, bright pink, and that's pretty much it. Luckily, I had all materials I need for her. For a base doll, I picked Gigi Grand doll. Gigi is having those extra curves on her bottom part, but also a few other features that make her a great candidate for VEROSIKA. Her fingers shape with long nails will add sharpness. Engravings all over her body will add this demonic flavor that VEROSIKA has. Her skin color is not perfect, but still matching to the character, so the doll will be durable and the owner can pose her as they like, with no fear of paint chipping off eventually. Also her face. I just love how VEROSIKA turned out on Gigi's base. All details for this doll just popped out under my hands, and I even do not describe the process of making her outfit cause it was easy for me and you can see everything for yourself. If you want any detailed explanations on how I make my sewing, you can go and check out my other videos on the channel. There I explain a lot of things and cover tips and tricks on how to work on your custom doll projects, and many more. But stay till the end of this video, I will tell you some secrets in this one as well. Especially if you are planning on making any demon character for your collection. Starting with those wings. They are very simple yet dramatic. You need a thick PU fabric on a hard base, a wire and scissors. Cut out 2 wings details for one side. Then generously smudge those details with glue. Put a piece of wire into the wing as I did. Press smudged details onto the same fabric. Let it dry well and cut it out. And wing bases are done. You can attach them on magnets, velcro or anything. But I made them in such way that they can be shoved into the back of the dress. Out of Warbler I made her demonic tail that also will be detachable. Out of the same PU fabric I made the tip of her tail. I prefer to make plenty of removable elements for my dolls, so you easily can switch looks for a doll. Also, it makes worldwide transportation safer. I usually never worry about my dolls getting damaged, so hopefully that will stay the same way. With model paints, I colored the body of her tail, draw details and cover everything with a layer of varnish to seal it. Her horns are made of wood. My fiancé cut them out for me. I drilled holes and attached pins to them. And the same coloring step again. Cover with paint, draw a black design and seal with varnish. And those boomerang horns are done. Repeat same step with the modified bust. I color it with the right shade of paint, but here is the nuance. If you are using acrylic-based paint, always go for a lighter shade than the original you need, because it will go darker during drying. Edges of the wings I also color. Nothing special about this step, it just needs to be done. Adding some more elements to her wings and it is done. Now painting her hands white to imitate gloves. Because I'm not a superior guru of doll making to make such a tiny gloves. Those will be also do the trick nicely. Her wig I also made in advance, out of synthetic fiber and acrylic yarn. So it will have better physics and it is easier to maintain. Gigi has a gorgeous face. And I was afraid that I will be not able to execute the right mood of cartoon character on it. But oh boy, I was wrong. She turned out amazing. I never worked with Gigi's face mold, and you can see that she is having standing out molded eyelids, dimple on her chin and also eye-catching cheekbones. Girl, it is great material for a true femme fatale if you ask me. So a perfect candidate for a VEROSIKA Mayday. I'm starting with lines as usual. Nothing special here, I even do not think too much about what I'm gonna draw on the face, till it appears eventually. As a base, I took drastic fox eyes of VEROSIKA with those wings which can make you fly, if you know what I mean. I desaturated the shape a little bit to fit it into a doll's face. Then I'm starting to add colors and contrast to the features. An interesting detail of her face is that VEROSIKA's eyes are pink irises on yellow scleras. It was tricky to execute, not gonna lie, but there will be a little small extra detail that will make them clear. I do not make them too bright, but rather on the paler side of the color chart. It will help to contrast her face sharper. When all base lines are there, I start to add darker shades to start building her face shapes. With black, I fill all gaps where I need to. Helluva Boss style is very bold and graphical, so I want to keep that for this doll, but still make her in my own style to suit all face anatomy of the doll. I use such drastic colors only when I'm sure in shapes. So with brows it is the same. For VEROSIKA I decided stick with the resting beige face with a little bit of flirty tint, because all character of VEROSIKA is built around such features. She is a famous pop singer with succubus traits. She did a lot of sinful stuff in her life and still she remains true to herself. People love her because of her talent and determination. She clearly knows what she wants and who she wants. She is not one of those who stick to people who are not worthy of her attention. She is working hard and playing hard as well. VEROSIKA is a great character in the show, and even if she hadn't that much screen time, she is still one of the signature characters. That definitely stands out from the very first minutes you get to know her. That makes her the way she is. VEROSIKA is one of my favorite characters in the show. But I can say they are all such blessed in matters of their personalities. So if you want to get what I'm talking about, it is just better to watch it yourself and experience this story on your own. And I want to wrap it up just right here. Stay with me for a little bit longer to see the final result. I hope you learned something new from today's video, or just enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed making VEROSIKA Mayday for my customer, to which I'm endlessly grateful. Your contribution to my art development is highly appreciated. Thank you. And thank you, my watchers. Thank you for staying here with me today. Watch Helluva Boss if you are bored and just want something funny to watch. It will do. So now it is time for me to say, see you in my next videos, guys. Treat yourself with great things like VEROSIKA does, and have a great day. Bye!